start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I live by the old code of second floor!
Why look for a scientific explanation when you can put blind trust in an invisible Sky Daddy?
Sky Daddy all the way.
Go watch your crappy sitcom! Turn up full volume, why don't you?
Aubrey, weird, I can't even get through my couch!
I mean, I guess they're all speaking, but still. Well, and before,
True,
before that, being a TV show host. That's
Dude.
another aspect.
Bro, my Fear Factor, gosh. Used to watch that all the time growing up.
I feel like Fear Factor was one of those shows where I didn't watch it a ton, but like it was one of those shows that did things on TV that no one else had done on TV before.
Yeah.
Like showed stuff where you're like, oh my gosh.
I always love, like every now and then when I had Instagram, like I would see clips of like some of the old episodes where Joe Rogan almost got in a fight with one of the dudes.
Dude, that is one of my favorite ones.
It's so funny, bro. Gosh. I just couldn't imagine like being a contestant on that set. And then like the host and this like fellow contestant is like almost getting in a brawl. Like, dude, that'd have been a wild experience.
Yeah, like what other host of a show have you ever seen that just like bodies a contestant?
Right? Yeah. That's like a black belt jiu-jitsu, you know?
Kickboxer, freaking Taekwondo champion.
Yeah, dude, that kills me. But dude, I was young when we would watch that as a family. That was like AFV days.
Yeah. It's like early 2000s.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, that was the golden era, bro.
So nostalgic, man. Gosh, dang.
I wonder, like that's one thing, dude. When I like eventually have kids and like a family, like I wonder what that will look like for us.
I know.
Like, will it be just like a YouTube series that we all watch together?
Yeah.
Or will I have to go back and like bring up these old shows?
Dude, that's actually a great question because I've seen a lot of stuff recently online where it is like millennial parents that are like basically only letting their kids watch like older Disney stuff.
I feel like that'd be me, honestly.
I feel like the same way.
Yeah.
Because it's stuff that we know doesn't have any of the crap in it.
Yeah.
It's stuff that we know that are legitimately certified bangers.
Yes.
And
time tested.
Yes.
Dude. Yeah.
And also I've heard parents talk about how a lot of the shows these days make their kids like more like hyper focused and ADHD.
Yes, dude.
And that when they watch the older shows, they like calm down more.
Yeah. I've heard that too.
Which is
that
wild.
like the shows are designed to, like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you know, who knows if it's on purpose or not?
Yeah.
Probably is. But like the way the shows are designed is that like it literally, everything is just so quick paced that like it ruins the child's attention span.
Of course.
Which our attention span as a society is already terrible. Like, yeah. So I think I would definitely. I mean, yeah, dude, the older shows, like they're just so great. Like, and to experience that with my kid.
Don't get me started. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Yeah.
Fox and the Hound.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah. Yeah, we got in a big discussion at the batch house for, I don't know, you might have been there. We were talking about which big movie series that you're gonna like introduce to your kids for the first time.
Yeah, I was there. I think number one for me might be Land Before Time.
Bro, oh my gosh. I forget about that movie.
I know.
Holy crap, dude. That's a throwback. Land Before Time.
I think that like might be number one for me.
What were the shows that you watched though as like when you were super young? Like did you like for me it was shows like Dragon Tales,
Caillou. I was a big Caillou guy.
Caillou?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't even heard of that one.
He's like a bald-headed kid.
Caillou.
My parents did not like Dragon Tales.
Really?
Too much.
I don't remember it a ton, but I know like I remember like scenes.
Arthur,
yeah. Clifford. Oh my
Mhm.
gosh, dude, yeah.
Sesame Street.
Yeah. Did you
Elmo.
watch Blue's Clues?
I don't think a ton.
I remember watching that a bit, like a little bit
think a
here
ton.
and there.
Um,
Yeah. I wasn't crazy about Dora.
me neither. I don't think.
Yeah. And then it went into SpongeBob. And then what is it? Oh my gosh. Fairly Odd Parents. Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a little bit of Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends here and there. Codename Kids Next Door. Dude, like these shows, bro. Gosh, they're just freaking. They're so iconic. Like all of them.
Bangers.
Ben 10, bro. That might be like one of the first cartoons I put my kid on, bro. Ben 10.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
one.
You got Avatar. You got so many.
Dude, you can't forget about that first Avatar movie.
That is like the fact that that's a M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's like the most random thing ever.
I did
bro.
not know that until just now.
Yeah, like so odd. It's terrible.
I will say, I thought it was fantastic when I first watched it.
Really?
Oh my gosh, yeah. I used to love that movie. To be fair, though, I don't think I had like really
Watch the
gotten
show.
into the show
Okay, yeah.
a ton.
Growing up, I never really watched the show.
Really?
I would see like episodes here and there.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool,
Yeah.
but I don't know why. Like I just must have missed it. But I ended up watching the whole thing until I think I was in college, actually.
Really?
Or maybe high school. And then, so Mitchell was like always a huge fan of The Last Airbender, and he always told me, he was like, "Dude, don't ever watch the movie."
Really?
Yeah. So I never did until I think, were you there when we watched it
Yeah, I think
as
so.
like a joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometime last year.
But I was
Like-
like super young though. Like I watched it when it like had
Really?
just
Okay.
come out.
Well, I remember when it came out in theaters. Like I remember seeing trailers for it
Oh really?
when I was a kid. Yeah, but I just
Huh.
never saw it. And I remember thinking, "Dang, that looks sick." Yeah.
It's pretty wild. I didn't know it was a M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Yeah. How does that happen?
very random.
Yeah. You go from thrillers to something like that. Like, so wild. So many things wrong with that movie, bro. Like, and the first thing is calling him Ong. How do you do that, dude? How do you do that? How do you mess that up? That's wild. Gosh. Well, yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to check out that podcast with Oz. That's
It feels so weird saying it that way, but that's how he says it. Apparently he was born in Israel.
really.
Yeah, he like grew up in Israel until he was like 3.
Dang.
He's Jewish.
Bro, oh my gosh. Speaking of that, this is totally off topic.
It's okay.
Okay, but did you like another apparently like major world news.
Huh.
Which I've only seen like a few things of it here on X, but this is dude who's like the leader of Al Qaeda. Have you seen this?
Maybe
He sent out this message apparently to like all Muslims, like all
Okay, I
think,
did
like
just see something
jihad
about
members across the nation, like living in America or whatever, like calling on them to basically attempt to assassinate like Trump, JD Vance.
I think I did just see a
Elon
post about
Musk.
this.
Yeah,
But I don't know like anything else about it.
I only saw the clip of like him saying it, like his whole thing.
dang.
Yeah, yeah. If you can watch it, the whole thing is in subtitles, so you know it could. I don't know if it's BS or what, but I've seen multiple accounts like posting it, and I'm just like, holy crap! I've seen multiple like breaking news accounts posting it, which is
Jeez, man.
wild. And then on top of that, like the U.S. just put out this thing for all families in like foreign like U.S. embassies. Put out some warning to stay home over the weekend, like for something.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
There's some stuff brewing, bro.
Yeah?
I mean, it just feels like it.
Yeah.
It feels like it. Kind of wild.
I know. I'm like gonna be driving through Dallas this weekend, so I'm like,
Oh, really?
yeah. Who knows?
I mean,
might get a little, might get a little.
I have a little
spicy.
detour.
Might get a little spicy.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Who knows? What time is it? I have a flight on Sunday that I don't know if I'm gonna make it on or not.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy that you got a ticket, a friends and family ticket, basically,
Yeah.
for $45. That's insane. First of all,
I mean, yeah.
is it on
It's Allegiant.
Allegiant? I've never heard of that before.
It's a smaller airline. They fly out of like the South Terminal.
Okay,
Yeah. So
and so it's basically like you go to the terminal and then you're just like
just there, hoping. Yeah.
hoping that that people didn't show up for their flights.
Yeah. Or yeah, hoping that like the whole flight isn't booked up. That like there's an open seat. So, and Michaela told me, she said that so far she's never seen someone not make it on.
Really?
So
How many has that been?
I don't know. I don't know. Yeah.
2? Because I feel like there's been a lot of flights. I've flown a lot, but I feel like the majority of the flights that I've been on, I'll hear the person saying like we've overbooked
Really?
for at
Yeah.
least for me maybe.
I think that didn't that happen to us when we flew to Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had like ran out of backspace on the plane,
I think
whatever.
so.
Gosh, bro. Like what I'm hoping for is, like what I'm betting on is that it's kind of an awkward time. It's like a couple weeks before the 4th of July,
Oh, that's true.
so I'm hoping that I don't know. I'll get lucky. This one, she told me had 7 spots open right now,
Okay.
and
Nice.
yeah, and then the one, if I don't make this one, then the next one has like 15 spots open.
And the next
So-
one you said it was Wednesday, right?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
But-
a better day to fly than
Yeah.
Sunday typically.
I agree. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I wonder because usually Sunday flights are more expensive, like by a lot. I don't know why. Especially for airlines like Allegiant and Spirit.
Yeah.
and usually a flight like on a Thursday is like, if you get it at the right time, like $80, like way cheaper. So, but it's also at a less convenient time.
True.
So I wonder which one I have like a better chance of getting on, like a more expensive flight or a less convenient flight, you know?
Dang, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Maybe she's working there for like a month now, right? No, maybe longer than that. Like 2?
No, actually, I think only like 3 weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks. Because her first day was when I went home, when I just went on that Tennessee trip.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, she told me I might not have to pay for bags though, which would be crazy.
What?
Yeah, she said she'll have to check, but dude, that'd be wild.
That'd be nice.
Dude, that'd be so nice. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Dang, dude. You're gonna be gone. It's a while.
Dude. Yeah, especially if I leave on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. 3 weeks.
Do you feel like it's gonna be jam packed, or do you feel like you're gonna have enough time to like? This time, do you think you're gonna actually be able to like, not be jam packed?
I don't know. The way it usually goes with my family, it's always jam packed. Like, no matter what. Because, but it could be different this time, at least a little bit, because Jared really wanted just to have time just to chill with everyone. But I know my family, and I know that the kind of people that are like, we got this place just to sit around and do nothing all day, you know? So I'm willing to bet. Like,
I feel like they say that at like 8 a.m. though.
Yeah.
Everyone's just waking up.
Yeah. It's 10 a.m. You guys are still sleeping. Like, yeah. So I'm willing to bet we'll find something to do each day. But dude, we had this house for 10 days.
Gosh.
Yeah, which is a long freaking time. So
How far is it from Orlando?
I want to say it's like 3 hours. It's somewhere in between 2 to 4 hours. Because it's going west. Like, remember when we went to Busch Gardens in Tampa, Florida?
Yes.
So it's going that way, but like further south.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, I think it's like about 4 hours south of Busch Gardens.
Oh, really?
So yeah, it's probably about 4 hours from our house.
Hmm.
Maybe 3. I don't know. Yeah. But we're all super pumped. Dude, the photos, like the house looks insane. It's like literally on this dock, like surrounded by water. So we can like rent a boat, just go straight out into the Gulf.
Wow, really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez, dude. So like, is the water down there? Does it look the same as New Smyrna Beach?
I think so.
Hmm.
It might be depending on where you're at, it might be a little more blue. But like, especially when you go towards the Panhandle,
Mm-hmm.
I think the water is a little bit more. I could be wrong. I could be remembering this wrong. But like New Smyrna, like it doesn't have the beach is nice. Like the area, like the small beach town feel is so dope. But the water isn't. Sometimes a little murky. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not as like pristine
Yeah.
as some of the other Florida beaches, or like Caribbean
Mm-hmm.
beaches. But the Gulf is nice. Like, yeah, it's nice. Truthfully though, I don't know if I've been to this I don't know if we've been to this area yet or not. I can't remember. But the seafood there is so good, bro.
Really?
Seafood
I mean, I would.
It's so freaking good. Gosh.
About as fresh as it could get, probably.
Yeah.
What's your go-to seafood meal?
Grouper.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, dude.
Has that been that way for forever?
If I go to a restaurant, yeah. Usually.
Really?
Yeah. It's usually a little bit more on the expensive side.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so good, bro. Like if you just get like a grilled grouper sandwich, it's like it's one of the best things ever, bro.
Wow.
It tastes so good. Like the meat is just so tender.
Uh-huh.
And it's so like flavorful. It's not like very
Fishy.
Yeah. So if it's cooked well. Sometimes like if it's like a
Yeah.
cheaper restaurant and they're selling grouper, it can be fishy, but yeah, that's usually my like favorite go-to. It's so good, dude. The best seafood I've ever had though is after deep sea fishing. Like there's been times we'd go out. Actually, for my birthday one time, we went deep sea fishing off the Atlantic side, where you go out on like a charter boat, and they take you way out, and then you just kind of like drop a line. It just goes like 100 feet down.
Okay.
And we would catch like sea bass, red snapper, triggerfish, and I don't know if you ever heard of that. They were like a really weird looking fish, and then shark too. Shark is I think it's blacktip. That is by far my favorite seafood of all time.
What?
Yes. Like I remember this one time, dude, we went, and I think it was in middle school or something. And it like everybody was just catching sharks left and right. They're not like, great white or whatever, but like they're about like the biggest that I've seen was like maybe this big.
Like 4 or 5 feet?
Yeah. Sometimes maybe a little bit bigger, a lot of times smaller.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, everyone like people were getting like red snapper here and there and sea bass, which both of those were really good too. But that time specifically, everyone was just catching shark, bro. And so when you come back after like when the trip is over, they fillet the fish right there for you, and so we had caught like 7 or 8 sharks that day on top of sea bass and red snapper. Yeah. And then on top of that, like this other family caught a whole bunch of sharks. It was like 5 or 6 sharks that they didn't want. So they gave them to us, bro. So dude, we went home with all this freaking...
You took it home?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's like whatever you
does not
catch,
happen.
whatever you catch, like you take home with you. They cut it up right there afterwards. And dude, the next day, we just had like a huge grill out with all the seafood, and my mom made these shark kebabs. And dude,
Why did I know that was coming?
that is like some of the best food I've ever had in my life, bro.
Wow.
Like those shark kebabs.
I can't believe I've never heard this. Like, I've never heard that you love shark or that you.
I know.
Shark
I mean,
regularly.
yeah.
That's such a Floridian thing
It is, yeah.
to just casually not talk about.
Well, like growing up, we would go fishing all the time, dude, all the time. So, like coming here, I still fish. Like we don't ever fish ever, so
Yeah,
it's not like something I think about
true.
very often.
Okay,
But yeah,
so what does shark taste like? Because I thought that I've always heard that it's like it's like sort of meh.
maybe it's like the way you cook it, or I don't know. Like when she did the kebabs, it kind of had like more of a chicken feel rather than fish. It was like an in-between. I don't know if that makes sense, but if you could like think of a meat texture
Between
it's like
chicken and
in
fish.
between fish and chicken, that's like what shark was like,
Really?
grilled at least. Yeah. And it was so freaking good, dude. I like think about it sometimes, like dang.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, I
Yeah.
feel like I feel like there's these moments in our minds, at least in my mind, where like I've had. I mean, shark. I feel like is kind of is more on the exotic side, but there's times like where I think about a certain specific moment in my life where I've eaten food, and it's for whatever reason like that moment is like just burned in my brain as like
dude, yes,
exquisite.
yes. So I mean, what is that for you?
So for me, like one of the like the most satisfying times that this has happened to me is I think I was probably in like 7th or 8th grade maybe, and I was at a summer camp for Boy Scouts, and we were taking the camping merit badge, and part of the camping merit badge, at least that we were fulfilling at the camp, was you had to, of course we were already camping, but you had to take your bag and you went with your class and you went up, like you hiked up this hill to like another part of the camp. And this was in Colorado. And so we got to hike up to this, it was just like a higher elevation campsite. It was still flat. And they towed up a smoker up there. Okay. So I had like my little hammock, and that's what I was going to sleep in. And so I put my hammock up, I put like a rope above it and like had a tarp for a rain cover. And keep in mind, this is like mixed with other boys from other troops.
Okay, yeah.
And also though, like I had a few of my friends there from my troop, but they were doing a different merit badge. They were doing wilderness survival. Okay. So we'll come back to that in a second. But
okay.
Typically there's like a game involved in Boy Scouts. Like whenever you go set up your camp somewhere, you just end up like the next thing you do is like you just end up like playing games.
Okay, yeah.
And a lot of times it's capture the flag. It's like a big thing. And so they had like a game going, and we went over there and I joined the game, and I was like freaking killing it in the game, and like, you know, just sprinted a ton and was juking people out, and then like just absolutely gasping for air because it was Colorado. And we had already climbed up higher anyway.
Oh yeah.
And so it was like the air was already thin. And so I was like,
yeah.
And so I, you know, just freaking living it up, living it up. And I go over to the smoker, and they're making freaking hamburgers, dude. Cheeseburgers, like, and there's a whole line there, and I bite into this burger, dude. And I swear it's the best burger I've ever had in my life.
Really?
Yes. And I probably freaking ate like 3 of them. And it was just like, after doing all that running, and it was at the end of the day, it wasn't like necessarily dinner time. It was like pretty close to like, maybe like 7 or 8. It was like later.
Yeah. Okay.
It just hit, dude. It just hit different. And I don't really know like how much this has to, it was just like such a great memory because my friends were all doing the wilderness survival, and so they only had they had to sleep outside with no tent, no sleeping bag, no tarp, like literally nothing, except
not even a hammock or
nah.
Really?
Except the only thing they could sleep outside with was one of those emergency tent.
Oh yeah. So they have to like build a shelter or something.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
And so they had like a much different experience than me, obviously. But, it was Colorado at night. And so it was like just got down to the perfect temperature. I got my sleeping bag. I crashed out because of how tired I was. My stomach was full. And like in the morning, I just hear this sweet lady's voice. She's like, hey, like it's time to wake up. And like just the most gentle, sweet counselor. That was just like the most angelic wake up call ever after the perfect night of sleep. And it's just like, it's immortalized. In my head as like just one of the best food memories ever.
Bro. I mean, that sounds like, just, even just besides the food, like the entire experience sounds like
it was awesome.
Something you'd see in a movie. That's like how I felt when we were in Idaho at Lake Coeur d'Alene, bro. It was like that kind of vibe.
Yes, dude.
Like nothing could go wrong,
Yes. Bro.
Like just that kind of vibe.
It is in my head. It's like in the same level.
Yeah,
It's like on the same
yeah.
level.
I had like when I was a kid, we did Royal Rangers, and do you know what Royal Rangers is?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the off-brand Christian version of Boy Scouts.
Jeez.
Yeah.
The great value.
Yeah. So my dad was commander for, I mean, like years.
Mhm.
And we had this event every year called Roundup, where
Okay.
we would go, it's like some guy had this big property, and we would go out there, like set up tents, spend the night out there. We would have like a massive freaking bonfire, like gigantic. And I remember, and every time it was like we would do these big games. I don't even remember what games exactly, but like we do all kinds of stuff. And I remember specifically one time they had some dude had just gone hunting, and they did like a whole cookout with like venison, brisket, like all these, it's like huge barbecue. And that was like a very similar moment. Just like, dude, those moments, like you're just a kid, just hanging with the boys, doing like some kind of sport. And then you end the night off with fantastic food, like, and just crash at the night, bro. You can't beat that.
Yeah.
You cannot beat that. Dude.
Truly.
You really can't.
Truly. Yeah. I definitely makes me realize how blessed I am to have memories like that as a kid.
Yeah. It's just a shame that you don't have a lot of stuff like that as adults, bro.
It is, dude.
I feel like the cruise was like one of the something like that is like one of the closest things you can get to that.
100%.
You know? Like
And-
as an adult.
Yes. That and Spokane for me were like,
Yes.
they feel the same. They feel the same to me.
Yeah.
Those were crazy trips, man.
Unforgettable. Yeah. Another, speaking of food experiences, another one of those was definitely the pizza at Home Slice, bro.
Oh.
That's what I thought you were about to bring up.
Really?
For a second. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I would also put the pizza on the cruise in that
Oh my gosh,
that
dude. Yeah.
container too.
Yes.
Because a lot of times I feel like you're coming back from like you've either like been outside, been at the pool, been exercising, been on an excursion, like you've been out in the elements.
Yeah.
And you come back and just go get a few pieces of
Bro,
pizza.
I swear, dude, if I ever become like a multi-millionaire, I will have a chef like specifically to make me pizza like that every day, bro. Just to have it on tap.
There's gotta be a way to like recreate that somehow.
Dude.
Like if you had enough time and you knew the right people and you had enough money, you could like recreate that same type of pizza.
Dude.
It's just so freaking good.
There's no other pizza like it.
No,
There's no other pizza like
there's
it,
not.
dude.
You can't.
It's insane.
And maybe that's just part of the cruise experience that like elevates it.
Maybe.
Like, there's part of me that knows that like just
But you don't want to
having
believe it. Dude.
I know, like just having it wouldn't be the same, but there's another part of me that wants to believe that it's possible to recreate.
I would kill to have that pizza right now, bro. It's so good. Especially like you just come out from you come back from excursion, just a long freaking day.
Yes.
An amazing day.
Yes.
And to top it off with I mean, not free pizza, but unlimited pizza, dude. Gosh. Yeah, dude, there's like certain foods that just hit me sometimes. And I'll just like think about it. I'm just like,
Yes.
dang, I wish, like what I would give to have that right now, bro. The cruise pizza is one of those. Shark kebabs.
Shark
bro.
kebabs.
Yeah. Yeah. Not gonna lie, that chicken Alfredo that Jared and Steph made too was
That's up
that
there.
was another one, bro.
And that garlic bread?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been needing to get the recipe from Jared for that, bro.
Dude,
He said it was
freaking-
super simple.
They freaking took care of us, man. They
Did, bro. They
Yeah.
did.
Shout out to Jared and Stephanie for the hospitality, man. That was
Bro.
awesome.
Yeah. The fact that he grilled those hot dogs in the back of his car in the
I
parking
totally
lot,
forgot about that.
and then had to walk them all the way across the field, dude.
I totally forgot about that. That is
Yeah.
hilarious. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a movie, man. That was a movie.
It was, bro. It's so interesting, like, just life in general, how a year ago to go from, like, that to where I am now. like as far as, kind of like what I said, or like a couple days ago, just, like,
Yeah.
state of existence.
Dude.
You know? It's, like, so wildly different
It is,
right now.
dude. Yeah, same, honestly. Yeah. Hmm. Man, we really did a lot last year.
I know, dude. I feel like you just kind of have. It seems like you have those years where, like, some years are just a freaking grind, dude,
Yes.
and then other years it's like, it's like all up. You know?
100%.
That's why when those ups come, dude, like, you have to ride that wave
Yes.
as long as you can.
Yeah. So true. It's so true, man. Have you seen anything else about the riots at all? I haven't really
I
seen.
saw
anything different.
where was it? Was it Chicago or maybe Seattle? One of the big cities, like a massive, like, gathering of, like, protesters.
Yeah.
It was like an aerial shot of, like, this street, and you just saw hundreds and hundreds of people,
Mhm.
maybe thousands. I don't know. It seemed like thousands. So that's going on there. But other than that, I mean,
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel like
it's
I haven't
just-
really seen anything else
yeah,
new.
yeah. It's just Trump's parade, and then, which actually, dude, I didn't know this, but Trump is paying for that parade, like, out of pocket, pretty much. He said he's paying for it personally, along with, like, donors.
What?
Which is kind of wild, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, you know, he's using our tax dollars for
Yeah.
it." So I thought that was pretty wild.
I've
Um,
never heard of that before.
Me neither, dude. Yeah,
Hmm.
it's pretty insane.
Wow. And you said 7,000 troops are going to be up there?
I think so, if I remember correctly.
I
Yeah,
remember
there's
you
gonna be like
saying that.
7,000 troops, like, there for the parade, like in the parade.
Hmm.
And I think it's pretty cool too, because a lot of them will be wearing. They're going to be representing like the uniforms of past wars too.
Mm.
So there'll be soldiers there in like, you know, World War I, World War II uniforms, Vietnam, like
Wow.
yeah, like all across the spectrum. So yeah, I think it would be pretty cool to watch online.
Dang.
I can't remember. I don't think I've ever seen a parade like this in my lifetime.
No, me neither.
So it'd be cool to see. I definitely feel like I would definitely say like, you know, our troops like deserve a celebration
Yeah,
of that sort. You know.
100%.
So yeah, it'd be cool. It's just it's interesting that, you know, they're planning all these protests at the same time, like nationwide. Apparently, like on the website, or I guess, yeah, apparently it's supposed to, like the protests are planned in over like 1,500 cities, like 1,500 cities across the U.S. Which my immediate question is like, who? It's like so.
Who's
Yeah, like a
Who's planning
protest that big, like
Yeah.
that takes a lot of organization,
right?
and it seems so out of nowhere.
It does.
Like the fact that that you know it only made major news a week ago, like 2 weeks in advance, is kind of like that's kind of amazing to me. So like I wonder how in the world they like organize that so quickly, because when you go to the No Kings website, that's like what they're calling it. I mean, it shows like all of their supporters, like donors and everything, and there's a ton.
Wow.
So yeah,
Who knows, dude?
but I like I was kind of doing like a little little
Research.
research, yeah, a little deep diving, and was looking at like some of the donors,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of their websites have almost like the same like when you go to their about me or about page,
Yeah.
they have like almost the same exact stories, which is interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, it's like, oh, they have like a few key phrases like grassroots movement, you know, something against Trump, and I don't know, whatever else, but like all of them were you know how like when you see things on the news and like all these different news networks will like say the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like it was like that, you know.
Dang.
Kind of
A
interesting.
little fishy, a little fishy.
A little bit.
Hashtag no kings protest.
No kings, no dictators.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap. It's
What?
an hour and a half.
Really?
Yeah. The last time I looked at it was like 30 minutes, I think.
Really?
Yeah, that was crazy. Wow.
Hour and a half, dude. It's not bad.
All right. Well, you guys wish Zach well.
Another trip.
I guess when this comes out, he'll already be like halfway through his trip. But
Shit. Yeah, true.
wish Zach well, and we appreciate you guys sticking with us. Thank you for watching, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.
Peace out.
Dang, that actually kind of flew by.
I want to talk to you. Not now. Later. No, now.